Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for yet another moment of Private Transformation Minutes. This is Dala Alfonso, and I'm right here in my office, all the way in Omaha, Nebraska. And I just thought I should do this session today to answer some of the questions that many have been posting with regards to the issue of mentorship and friendship within that relationship. You know, it's a very interesting question. It's an interesting topic to discuss because too often a lot of people have questions, and our culture and our values have oftentimes shaped or defined how we approach this relationship. So today I want to do two things. Number one, I want to address the issue of mentorship from a cultural perspective, and then also to address the issue to answer any questions that you may have. Now, let me start out with the issue of mentorship from a cultural perspective. You know, I was born and raised in Africa. So what that meant was that I was raised up in the traditional African home where anybody older than you, age was a defining factor for respect or for mentorship. So anybody older than you required that you approach them with a certain measure of respect. And so that lifestyle and that cultural value was something that naturally was taken into my approach, or the approach for mentorship. And I still see that today, you know, especially in the context of spirituality or in the faith dimension, where folks deal and relate with their mentors primarily based on the fact that this is an individual who has some kind of leadership capacity. And so because of that, I have to approach them a certain way without even necessarily understanding how should this relationship, you know, be approached. Now, how do you interact with your mentor? Basically, the mindset is that, oh, this person is above me, and so it's a top-down kind of approach. I am not supposed to be friends with this person. But on the West side, I've come to realize that there is no defining line a lot of times between a mentor and a friend, because too often you see people just relating anyhow with their mentor, and which is okay. But the problem is that a lot of times people do not even know where to draw the line, and that intricate line, that thin line that separates what do I want to use? What word do I want to use now? Familiarity. That thin line that separates mentorship and familiarity is where we should be most concerned about. So that is what I'm trying to address today. So how do we approach this? How can we go about defining this relationship with a mentor without necessarily crossing that line? Now, there are some benefits with having a relationship with a mentor, a friendship with a mentor. Number one, what's that? When you have that friendship with a mentor, it allows you to draw close. It breeds trust. It allows you to be able to express yourself and open yourself up and actually have a sense of vulnerability to that mentor, because you feel as if you know them and they come to know you as a person. It's not just that formal official relationship, top down, you know, a mentor protege kind of thing. You tend to connect on some levels and on some facets. So that is something that is a huge benefit. And number two, when you have that kind of a relationship, friendship with a mentor, what happens is that they open up themselves in dimensions that you typically wouldn't have access to with somebody who does not have that relationship with you. Am I saying this properly? They tend to open themselves up in a dimension to allow you see parts of their lives that they will not typically open up to someone with whom they don't have that kind of a relationship. So there's a dimension of friendship that can be introduced into mentorship that would allow you to be able to feel comfortable, to be able to open up and expose aspects of your lives for you to be able to grow together. So it's important to understand that there are some levels and some depths of friendship that is healthy. The problem is that you just need to know where to draw the line. Now think about this. where we draw the line is knowing who this individual is at every point in time. It's about being conscious about who this person is, knowing that you can't cross the line. For example, there are just some things that you cannot ask a mentor to do without you having that level of friendship. Like for something happened recently, and I made light of it, but let me use that as an example. If you meet somebody who you call a mentor, the onus or the responsibility of pursuit is yours. You don't expect the mentor to start calling you and chasing you and reaching out to you. No, it doesn't happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. As a matter of fact, if someone that you call a mentor begins to do that persistently, it means that they're looking for something. They want something from you, and that person does not qualify to be called a mentor. A mentor, as a matter of fact, has to guard that relationship to ensure and validate that you truly want that relationship, and so you have to press in and pay the price for that relationship to become viable. So in this recent case that I was talking about, this individual wanted me to call them. They wanted me to because it was what was it that, oh, they've run out of credit, could you please call me? I haven't developed a relationship with you to that degree that I should even pick up my phone and call you, much less than for you to send me a text message and say, hey, give me a call, because I don't have money to. It tells me that you're not ready to invest in that relationship. Why? Because I won't do that to a mentor. As a matter of fact, I would, if that was so important for me to discuss with a mentor, I will wait until such a time when I can actually afford to make that call and be able to discuss my challenges or my issues, with that mentor. So it's a very slippery slope. The important thing is knowing where to draw the line. Knowing where to draw the line. You cannot just treat a mentor like a regular friend. You cannot treat your mentor like your buddy. Yes, you can relate on that platform, but you have to be conscious as to where to draw the line. As a matter of fact, even if your mentor decides to go overboard, you have to be the one to say, I know where the lines are, and so that way you can continue to receive. Remember, familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity breeds contempt, and you do not want to miss out on the opportunity, for this mentor to be a blessing to you. So today I was really hoping I'll be able to answer some questions. I was hoping I'll see some questions come through, but I haven't seen any yet. So maybe we'll try, we're trying this now. We're experimenting with this. And so hopefully we'll try and figure out a way, to receive your questions either before the broadcast or during the broadcast. I don't know yet. This is all new, but I'm glad that I was able to spend a few minutes today to speak with you about friendship in the context of mentorship, and I hope that you will be able to join me again tomorrow for another Private Transformation Minute, where we can discuss the topic of the week. But this week we're still talking about mentorship and friendship, because I realize that a lot of people have questions on this subject matter. So send me your questions, send me your thoughts, place your comments. I will read them, and hopefully tomorrow we might be able to address some of those questions. So God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me once again for Private Transformation Minutes, and be sure to like our page. I've been doing this on my private page, but I think I should bring this to the Private Transformation Network platform so that much more people can be able to benefit from it, and you will get notification when we're going to start these broadcasts. And hopefully I might be able to create a platform where maybe once a week or once a month, I don't know what would work best for my schedule and for you, where you can be able to bring your questions in real time, ask questions, and I'll try to address those questions to the very best of my knowledge. So be sure to connect with us on Private Transformation Network. Visit our page, www.privatetransformation.com. All right, so God bless you, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.